Let's get this show started, man. What's up, boss fam? It's your boy DJ the Boss, and we are back with another Tuesday live, man. One of the most valuable things that we do on this channel to help cleaning business owners in real time. Oh man, that's embarrassing. I got my Red Bull cans on the floor being kicked around, but yeah, this is what we do, man. We help cleaning business owners find some success in this industry because this is the industry that saved my life. Most of you guys know my story, so I won't go into it a whole lot today. Well, actually, we will be going pretty deep into my story today because we're talking about money, and that's pretty much what we're all here for: is to make money, change our lives, get more money in our pockets. Do better with our money, and that's what I want to talk about today because I've been getting a lot of things in the comments about questions in the comments about money, and now that everyone on the channel has been so successful using the cold call system that I put up for sale for you guys for super cheap for the first 100 users. I think there's like maybe 15 spots left, but everyone's been having a lot of success with it, and I'm super proud of everyone. But now we're on to the next step: is how to manage that money and what do we do with that money now that we have money coming in. So it's a good problem to have if we are making money and we're not exactly sure what to do with it, or we're scared that we're gonna mess it up. I've had a couple people reach out to me, they're like, I really don't want to mess this up. What do I how do I organize this money, and what do I do with it? And that's what I want to talk about today. So we're gonna do a deep dive into that. Hit the like button so that other people in the community get notified and get aware that this live is going on, and we get some more people in here to make it a little bit more valuable. Definitely going to be answering a lot of questions today. I'm not going to rant on for super long. I'm just going to give my little spill for a second, and then we'll answer some questions in the comments. So if you have questions, if something is bugging you, or something is something's on your mind about your cleaning business, you're struggling with something, ask me a question. Get it in the comments so that we can get it addressed, and get you moving forward in your business, because that's what we're here for. So shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. We are 11,000 strong, over 11,000 strong, 11,000 subscribers on the channel. I couldn't be more proud. We're I think we're still the realest business cleaning business community on YouTube, and I'm going to keep it that way. I'm gonna steady give it to you straight, and I'm not going to sugarcoat a lot of things for you, because a lot of this stuff is just self-awareness, and you get a lot of tough love from here. There's a lot of people out there that'll tell you it's easy and tell you you can do this and have $1 million in 90 days or a year or whatever. I'm not going to tell you anything like that. I'm going to tell you what it takes, and I'm going to explain the work and how this business is run and how you can have some success. But how well you do is definitely going to be on you at the end of the day. It's about the effort that you put in. What you put in is what you're going to get out. And so, but it's a good day, man. It's not a down day. I'm super pumped. I want to give some people some shout outs. We have first Red Foe 3009 says he's at 4K a month now after 5 months, hoping for 8K after 10 months, shooting for the moon. He said after 2-3 years he should be at 500K. That's what I like to hear, man. That's the type of attitude I like to see. So now that you're making some money, keep shooting for it. You start to realize that, hey, you do have expenses, you do have employees to pay, so there's not as much money as you think when you're making those bigger numbers. But at a certain point early on, you have more than enough to take care of yourself, and it's just about your ambition and how big you want to take it, and how much drive do you have to actually push and keep going and making it a bigger thing and turn it into a real business. If you have those type of aspirations, then that's what this channel is about. You should definitely stay tuned and watch the videos, go back and watch the old videos, because that's what we're trying to do here. So I love that this particular subscriber is having some success, but not letting that be the end all be all, man. He's pushing for something more, and I want that for everybody, to push for something more. So shout out to Red Foe 3009. I don't know exactly how you say that name, if I'm saying it right, but shout out to you, man. Glad you're having some success. Also want to give a shout out to Yinstar 2497. Says I can't believe I saw your video on your first commercial account. I want to say 4 months ago. I just last week I got a contract to clean the exact same type of facility in my city. Shout out to you. See that there's proof in the pudding right there. Follow what I do on this channel, and you'll have very, very similar success if you want to do what I'm doing. And it applies to everything. It's not, don't just go and clean a bunch of gym facilities. I don't only clean gym facilities. That's just my favorite account, the home account, if you will. But But yeah, go and get different types of things. It applies to everything. Don't do it exactly like I do it, or you'll have the exact same results. And you probably don't want the exact same results that I have. My life is set up a certain way, and that's that. Have your own, run your own business. That's at the end of the day, it's your business. So run it how you want to run it. Go after the clients that you want to serve. If you're leaning, if you have an interest in a particular type of business or in a particular type of industry, go and try to maybe get in those business so you can start shaking hands with those type of people. Like, say for instance, if you have aspirations to get into acting or get into like movie production, if that's something that's around your area, if there's movie production going on around your area, if there's studios and things like that, and you live in California or New York or Atlanta, and there's actual studios around there, go after those clients so that you get to start shaking hands with the important people in those businesses. You get to design this business to suit yourself. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to build it like someone else. You're going to end up with someone else's problems, someone else's profit margins. Build it for yourself. So at least the problems in it will be your problems. But I want to give another shout out to someone who was chatting with me on the Instagram. If you're not following us on Instagram, it is right here. Go follow us at Cleaning Boss Family. But yeah, sharing some stuff. It's a real quick, easy way to get access to me. It's slowing down as I'm getting busier, but I don't have a whole lot of followers on there. So when something comes up, it usually has a little bit more of my attention. So, but yeah, people reach out to me on Instagram, and one of those people was Nail underscore Malib. I hope I'm saying that right, but we're chatting back and forth day before yesterday, and he was asking me about running ads, and he was kind of telling me his ad budget. It wasn't a whole lot. He had a few $100s to put towards some ads, and he wasn't having any success. And I had to explain to him like, hey, those small budgets. I mean, they can work ish, for testing maybe. But as far as trying to get clients, it's very, very easy to just waste a bunch of money on Google Ads. I mean, you can put thousands of dollars into any ad platform and lose your money. These platforms don't care about your money. They really do not care. And so, but the entire conversation ended up with me pushing him into more free types of sales, things like the cold call sales template, and that sales system for people once they actually start making money. And I gave him that advice, and this is what he had to say back. He said, hey man, I listened to your advice and was able to book 2 meetings with a big gym. Literally 5 calls in, I booked 2 meetings. So shout out to him, man. You put in the work, and that's what it is. The information is here. I don't hide how this happens. It's just actual work, and the actual work is what separates the people that actually want to do this and the people that are just bullshitting or just looking for money or looking for a quick buck. If you put in the work, the money is going to come. And you guys know my saying, if you run from the work, you might as well hide from the money. It's that simple. You got to put in the work. It's that simple. If you put in the work, the money will come. So shout out to everyone who's been having success. Shout out to everyone who copped the cold call sales system that I put up for sale. If you're looking for it, the link is in the description. Right now, it's only like $25 for the first 100 users, and I'm pretty sure there's like maybe 15 left. There was 20 last time I checked. I haven't seen a lot come through lately, but the first like 75, 80 went super quick. So if you don't have it and you're looking for a way to try to kind of get some sales or create a system for sales in your commercial cleaning business, or to try to get commercial accounts, it's a good place to start. So, and you also obviously can customize it for your area or the types of clients that you want to go for, or or something specific to your area. The more you customize it, the better it's going to be. The more you customize it for each person that you're reaching out to, you'll have even more success. Obviously, that you can't do that as you start to scale, or it'll just be more difficult to do that as you scale. But those are the things that actually bring the most success. But again, shout out to everyone who's been having success. It makes me super happy. I'm super pumped for everybody. So now that we're making sales and we got some money coming in, great, awesome. What do we do with the money? How do we manage this money that we go from not having any money, not being able to pay for things, or if you're starting from anywhere like where I started from, things are really, really bad. So you owe people money, you got bills to pay, you got things to take care of. If you're starting from there, then we have no choice but to focus on just getting our 4 walls up. At this point, with your first couple of clients, If you're in dire straits, you have to clean these accounts yourself. You have to be in these accounts yourself, and we're pricing correctly, so we're pricing for employees and expenses plus profit. So you're not making just the hourly wage. You're actually making that full amount, and you're able to just take that home, and we're going to use that to get your four walls up. Get your bills paid, get your regular life together, your personal life together. Your very first goal. So how I one of the big things that helped me in the beginning was I look for financial advice, obviously on YouTube and on the internet. I didn't even know what a budget was until I was probably 25 years old, and I ran across Dave Ramsey. Now, some people have feel some type of way about the way Dave Ramsey gives financial advice, but for the most part, it works. It absolutely it works. It's just a very basic a very basic structure to and thing goals gives you goals to aim for and a way to actually get out of debt. So if you have a lot of personal debt or things to pay for, once you start making this money, I would suggest doing a a similar style of something. It doesn't have to be Dave Ramsey's particular approach to his. I think he calls them baby steps. The baby steps. You don't have to do the exact baby steps, but that's how you want to approach getting your four walls up. And that starts first of all with the idea of intensity. If you're in a bad place, you need to be intense. You have to be sick of your situation, absolutely sick of your situation, and you have to be in a spot where you're mentally ready to make a change and actually change. Like you're ready to see something different in your life. It has to be a mental switch. Money is more behavior than anything else. That's why anyone with money will still have money problems. It's because it's not about math. It's not about how much money you make or what it's about what you decide to do with the money. It's 100% a behavior problem, not a math problem. Once you realize that, you'll feel a lot better about your money because at least you'll know that you're the one that's in control of it. If you decide not to put any money aside, that's on you. That's a choice. That's a behavior. The first way that you're going to attack this is by creating a budget. You need to create a budget. Write out all of your bills. Your rent, your how much it costs you in food every month. You want to get your budget out your life. Assign a dollar for everything that assign something to every dollar that comes in, whether you're putting it to the side, whether it goes to a bill. Actually map these things out, create a budget, and that's the best way to start. And by creating a budget, you're telling your money what to do. You're not just letting money come in and go out because things come up. You're telling your money what to do. You're adjusting your behavior. And so that's one of the things that Dave Ramsey harps on. But is that one, that intensity, and two, in the very beginning, starting a budget, and that leads us to your first goal, which would be to save $1,000. If you don't have $1,000 in your bank account right now, then that's really bad. That's really bad. You need to have $1,000 stash at minimum stash somewhere. Most people just don't. If you already do, then great. Then you can start tackling debt and what have you. We'll pretty much follow Dave Ramsey's baby steps until we don't have debt and we're making money. Then you can just do whatever. Then you can do whatever you want. Whether you want to have credit cards, or whether you want to, however you want to handle your finances after that. But just to get you to a basic level of being able to sustain your life, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow these baby steps. And the first thing is to, with the most intensity that you ever had, quickly save $1,000. Get $1,000, put it to the side. Now this means you are going to pick up extra shifts. You are going to work as often as you can. You are going to, if you have to, if you're cleaning, drive Uber and clean. Do something extra to get to that $1,000 as soon as possible. Sell your stuff. There's probably a bunch of stuff that's around you that you absolutely do not need. Sell it, get rid of it. You get the money, start your starter baby emergency fund, basically. And this is for strictly emergencies should something come up while you're trying to get the rest of your finances in order. So let me make sure I'm not missing anything in the comments real quick. Yeah, we'll get to the comments in a second. But the very first thing you need to do is save that $1,000 super quick. Get to $1,000, whether you have to sell everything. You should be selling so much in your house that your kids think that they're next. So that's, the first thing we want to do is get that $1,000. Then once we have our basic necessities covered, our food, our rent, and our transportation covered, we want to knock down anything that we owe. If we have any credit card debt, if we're making huge payments on things, we want to pay all that stuff down in order of least to greatest. Start paying all that stuff off, because the less payments that you have to make, the more that you get to keep every month. So the faster you can build an actual savings account and start putting that to whatever use you want to do, whether you want to have 3 to 6 months of savings or of expenses, so that you can last should things just go completely to zero. You have a few months of being able to just kind of sustain your lifestyle. But that's what we want to do. We want to, after you save your first $1,000 or $2,500 or whatever you want, that starter baby emergency fund that you're selling everything in the house to get to, you want to, once you do that, you want to start paying off things that you owe, and do that as quickly as possible. Your lifestyle has to change. You're probably going to have to cut out some things that you're paying for that you like whether it's a subscription to some streaming service or some membership to something. Like, you're probably going to have to cut out some of those things. And it's just a sacrifice that you have to make. No one gets anywhere without sacrifice. Everything that you do is gonna, anything worth anything that you do is gonna require some level of sacrifice. And so, start there. Adjust your budget. Cut those things out that you're spending money on that you're not. Start by tracking everything that you're already spending, the money that's coming in and what you're spending. Start by tracking that, so that you know where your money is already going, and then make your budget and plan to follow your budget. Give every dollar an assignment. Tell every dollar where exactly to go when that money comes in. If you know how much money is going to come in, then plan it in advance. Try to get it all planned out for the entire month of where that money is going to go in advance. But at the end of the day, money is it's a behavior problem. It has nothing to do with math. If you are able to sacrifice those extra things until you can actually afford them, and once you make a budget, you'll be able to tell what you can afford and what you can't afford. It becomes very, very obvious looking at it in black and white. It's whether or not you're going to decide to cut out those things that are absolutely not necessary, and follow your budget and be strict with yourself, and also put in the work to make the extra money. You have to either be working to get more clients, be cleaning the clients that you're getting. If you're not in that place and you have a full-time job, then you should be doing this on your personal side with the money that you get from your job, and allowing all the money to stay in the cleaning business, so that it can continue to grow, so that you can use that profit after you pay your employees to put more things in your business, either to new equipment or more supplies or advertising or infrastructure. If there's software that you need, you should be using that profit to actually make things easier in your business as you continue to try to get more clients, to where you get until you get to a space where you can actually afford to do paid advertising and things like that. But so that's if you are doing this on the side and you have a full-time job, and also if you're just doing this 100% and you're just going after it. So, but that's how you handle money. It just realize that it's a behavior problem. It's based on what you do. It's a lot easier said than done, which is why everyone still has money problems. But money is a behavior problem, not a math problem. It's almost never a math problem. It's always your behavior and the effort that you put into it. If you're not making a lot of money, you're probably not working a lot of hours. If you're actually working a lot of hours, then you'll probably be making a lot of money. And those behaviors, what you're spending money on, and that's your behavior. If you're you really according to the information that and the people that I listened to that helped me get out of the situation that I was in, I had to sacrifice a lot. I had really bad money habits. like I said, I didn't even know what a budget was, and I ate out every day, and I didn't realize that how much money that was actually costing me. And I'm thinking that it's cheaper than trying to buy groceries and things like that. And that didn't do me any justice. Um, like the idea is you really shouldn't see the inside of a restaurant unless you work there until your money's straight. And unless you're taking an extra shift at that restaurant, you probably shouldn't even be inside of it. So, uh, you know, tell your money what to do, make a budget, be really intense, be really intentional about what you're doing in your day to day. Spend more time working and trying to make money, build up that savings and that emergency fund. Focus on your four walls, create a budget, and try not to let, as you make more money, try not to just inflate your expenses just because you're making more money. Save more money, keep your lifestyle the same until you absolutely need to increase it. I promise you, it's a lot better to have money in your account than most other things that you can buy with the money. And you'll realize that once you see how hard actually have to work in order to get it, especially if you're trying to build something for yourself. So, but that's the end of my rant. I ran it for long enough. Let's get in the comments and see what everyone's talking about. If you got any questions, then let me know. Get in the comments and ask your questions. What's troubling you? What's bothering you in your cleaning business, or whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about anything, just ask me a question. This is the part where I just chat with you guys and kick it with you guys. So let's see who we got. Shout out to Quasar Bad for being in the chat. Jerome Paynes, always in here. Shout out to you, man. Much love, appreciate it. Janae Johnson, I see you. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Cleantastics21, shout out to you. Salute, appreciate you. Janae Johnson says, I appreciate you for all the content. Helps us so much. Thank you. Alex Hughes says, how much was your LLC out here in Seattle, Washington? I think total for UBI and LLC, it was like $200. I think one's 180 and one's like $20. I don't remember exactly which way that goes, but it's like $200. If you don't have that, you're not making money. It's okay to get started. That was another thing that the guy on Instagram was asking me about. He was like, I don't have a license. I don't have any money to get a license. Is it okay for me to get started? Absolutely. The IRS isn't looking for you. Like, they're not looking for someone who doesn't have $200. They're not after you. Like, chill, relax. They're not after you. You're not making hundreds or tens of thousands of dollars and avoiding paying taxes. You're just trying to make some money, and there's nothing illegal about that. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you continue to do this and you make more money, that you start tracking it and you start reporting it appropriately. But in the beginning, there's nothing wrong with making some sales, presenting yourself as the business that you want to be, and once that money comes in, you get your paperwork right, you get legal, you get your license, and it may even come in your benefit to lean into that. Like, hey, I'm just getting started. I want to start a cleaning company, but right now I'm just cleaning myself. I love to clean this space for you. Would you allow me to clean it for X amount of dollars? And if you have to lowball people to just get some money rolling in, then lowball people. Cool. That there's spots for everyone at every level in this business. So get out there and just do it. But yeah, get out there, make some money, and then get your LLC, get insured, and then continue on. But yeah, no one's looking for you if you don't have enough money to even get licensed. Just get started, get some sales first, start making some money. Not that that's your situation. That just kind of brought that to my attention, but yeah, the LLC for me and the UBI, I think it was like $200 for each business. Janae Johnson says, my issue is giving up control to others. I recently, within the last few months, hired 2 people to work for my 2 commercial jobs, and although I have trained them, I'm still uneasy. It sounds like a couple of things. There's either one, your training is not like stupid proof enough. It's not step by step. It's really beneficial to have a very, very spelled out 3rd grade level training, so that people know exactly what to do and exactly how to do it. And the more time you spend on making that system, the more consistent your results will be. And so I would say first, just to start there, look at your training and how you're training. Is it really, really easy to follow? Is it really, really step by step? Is it stupid proof? And if it's not, you want to make it that way. Give your best effort to make it as stupid proof as possible, so that if they are following your procedure, then you can pretty much expect the exact same results. And so that's how you want to approach that. But two, the other thing that it could be is you're just grading your own homework. You don't decide what the results are, like the what's I mean, you do have some control in the quality, but at the end of the day, if the client is satisfied, that's your marker. That's the grade. It's pass or fail. If the clients are complaining and the clients are not happy, then you have a problem. But if the clients are happy, then you're perfectly fine. If there's some things that you want specifically to see in your people to be doing, then you have to you obviously have to check behind that, and and make that a part of your process and procedure. But beyond that, if the client is happy, then there's nothing to be uneasy about. There's really nothing to be uneasy about. And at the end of the day, even if even if there's literally no way, like, imagine as you scale, there's literally no way for you to know everything that's going on, everything going wrong in every single facility, and two, for you to prevent something something from going wrong at any moment. There's just no way. You're one person. You have no choice. In order to scale, you're going to have to relinquish control. You're going to have to kind of forget about it and just rely on the fact that you put the processes and procedures in place for people to follow. And the better that process and procedure is, the more consistent your results will be. And so you're gonna have to just be okay with, if it's not 100% you, it's probably gonna be 75, maybe 80% you if you really dial in your procedures. It's never gonna be 100% you, because no one's gonna care as much. No one's ever gonna care about your business as much as you do. Never. There's no one, unless you give them equal shares of your company. If you give them 50% of your company, then they might care as much as you do. But you're not gonna do that. So you can't expect everyone to give everything that you give the effort that you put in, and pay all the attention to detail that you put in. But you can get consistent results to maybe what 70 to 80% of what your efforts would be. That's the most you can expect, especially at scale. And imagine some of the biggest businesses in the world. Some of them, a lot of them, are just horrible. They're horrible, horrible businesses, but they're huge. The CEO is probably not is not responsible for every grumpy customer service rep that ruins business or causes someone to leave and go to a different company or make a crazy Twitter post about the company. But they got to keep going. They got to keep growing. It's better to be big enough to handle those things. Like, obviously, when you're small, you don't want to lose clients and you don't want to have them complain. But it's better to it's just a better way to go about it, to just make the system as best you can, and expect there to be some quality lack if you're not the one carrying out the cleaning. So there's really nothing that you can do about it. It's do you want to scale, or do you kind of want to have there's another way you can go about it. You can be the absolutely luxury cleaning white glove service, where your eyes are on everything, you're making sure everything's done, but that takes a lot of your time, so that means your prices have to be a lot higher, and you have to convey that value to your client, to your end user. And so if you can do that, then you can have some success. You can work with fewer clients, charge them a lot more, or charge them a premium for for the level of quality that you're putting in. But that's really, really hard to scale. It's possible, and there's companies like that have white glove services, and and butler things kind of work like that. But yeah, it just takes it's just depending on how you want to build your business. If you want scale, lots of clients, then you're gonna have to be able to create processes and procedures that gets you to a level that's a quality level that's tolerable for you, at least. So, but just you got to forget about it. You got to accept some quality lag. But obviously, if it's too much, then your training is the problem. Let's see. Charlotte Matson says, "Hello, DJ. What up, Charlotte Matson? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you." God favors me 76. Shout out to you for being here. Appreciate you. Says, "Do I need any certificates No, you do not. You do not need any certificates. You can get started. Any certificates you want to get later on is on you. If you want to like have a get an award or qualify for some or have a certificate for some specific type of specialty cleaning or go through some training or put your employees through a specific type of training to get these certificates to use for your marketing and to attract a specific type of client or just to boast about something, then yeah, absolutely go ahead. Then but it's not a requirement. You don't need any specific certificates or anything unless you're going into very specific niches of commercial cleaning. Like if you're going to do crime scene cleanup, you're probably going to have every employee with a bloodborne pathogens certificate or something like that. If you're going into something very very specific, then it might be good. Like if you're going to do a lot of clean room stuff, then you might want to have your employees go through some training where they're some training program where they receive a certificate for clean room training and how to go enter and access clean rooms. But beyond that, no certificates are required. No certificates are needed to just go do regular general cleaning or janitorial anywhere. Let's see. Ellisberry says, is a website important for commercial cleaning? Absolutely. I don't really know how to stress how important having a website is. You almost don't exist if you don't have a website. So I really really hope you believe me when I say that. Like it is extremely important that you at least have a website, and not just one with the stock images. Like I talk about this all the time. No stock images. Put some effort into getting your own pictures and video on your website, even if they're taken with your phone. Does not matter. It's better than the fake images that look like you're kind of trying to trick people into thinking that you're something that you're not. And so it's much better to show up how you are, but put some effort into your own appearance, obviously. But you need to have a website. You absolutely need to have a website. It's 2023. It's about to be 2024. You absolutely need to have a website. That's a non-negotiable. You absolutely need to have a website. Yes, you can get some sales before you have a website. Yes, you can have some growth in your company without having a website. But the longer you go without having a website or without having a social media, the more the smaller the market share becomes available to you. And so you're really just beating a dead horse. So yes, it's possible to get started and have some success without a website and without social media, but it's almost not even worth it. It's like you're without a website. It's like you're riding a horse everywhere. It's not. It's like you're going. You're staying old school when you don't have to. Much more efficient. Let's see. Who's next? Who's next? We got Clean Tastics 21 says, I'm finally glad I caught you live. I'm finally glad to have you here. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. If you can't tell, my voice is a little raspy because I've been yelling at my son's basketball team all weekend. We had a tournament out in Kirkland, trying to earn our ticket to state. We were not successful, but we did have a lot of success, and I'm extremely proud of the boys. But as you can see, I lost my voice in the process of yelling all through these games all weekend. So I'm a little raspy, and we have practice today too tonight. So I got to do some more screaming and yelling. But yeah, that's the kind of coach I am. I scream and yell. I don't care if they're young. but but yeah. So I'm back in here still trying to do this live, and I haven't fixed the audio yet. I haven't got a better mic. I haven't had time to just yet. So the audio is probably still a little bit quiet, which I apologize for. So please bear with me. I'm working on that. Dark Meme, appreciate the donation. With things like that, I can do things like upgrade the mics and stuff like that for the studio. So I appreciate the love. Thank you for being here, man. Shout out to you. Dark Meme is incredible, man. Incredible. Absolutely wonderful support. An incredible member to have on the channel, man. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah. So now we got who's next? Quasar Bab says they really start to look at you 200K up. I was in business all 2018 and incorporated 2019, bro. Yeah, exactly. Like I was doing business all 20 like I was doing business the entire year before I actually got a business license, or I didn't even have a logo for the first 2 years that I was in business. I just was doing business. It's get it's the doing the business is the thing. It's all that other stuff is extra. It doesn't matter what your logo looks like. It doesn't matter what the company name is. The execution is what's important. It really does. Nothing else really matters. Execute. Yes, obviously, once you start making money, you start to become a real business. Now it's time to get legal and start focusing on that structure. But in the beginning, it's just hustle. It's just all hustle. It's 100% hustle. And that's all. Yeah, that's all you need to worry about. Don't worry about all the extra stuff. The Genius SMMA says, you have any docs that we can study to help with the walkthrough and giving estimates? Uh, my channel is the best thing for you. Like I talk about those type of things all through a lot of my videos. So invest some time to study and research and listen to people in the industry. But a lot of us talk about what to do during walkthroughs, what to ask during walkthroughs. I have a recent video on what to ask during walkthroughs, or important things to kind of keep in mind. Uh, and I've been on walkthroughs on video on this channel. Go back and and look for some of those videos. I try to get more of those out, but I am getting busier, so I'm trying to try to bring as much value to the entire community as possible. But yeah, so I have some of that information already on my channel. Spend some time watching some of those videos. I don't have any like documents for you or forms for you to kind of study just yet. I'm working on that type of stuff. As you guys can see, I'm getting out documents and forms and things like that. Still working on the course. The app is still being developed. So I'm getting a lot of things and a lot of resources ready for you guys. So I'm gonna be helping you as much as I possibly can, as much as I know how to help. That's what this channel is going to be about. That's what this community is going to be about. Not everything is going to be free. So that we can continue to make this a bigger thing and reach more people, help more people, and even other industries. So not everything is going to be free, but there will be a lot of free value as there always is on this channel, and we'll continue to help people who need it, and for people who want to go further and faster. There'll be those paid options. But yeah, appreciate the question. Quasar Rev says you'll learn once you get out there. Absolutely, that's like business is a very fail forward thing. Very much a fail forward thing. It's better for you to even though I say research and study, you need to be doing that. Throughout all of your spare time, researching and studying and investing in yourself and your knowledge. But during the day, during the business hours, it is better for you to be messing up and trying things than anything else. That's going to teach you more than anything else. Trying to find sales that work and actually, failing at things and trying different things and failing at more things and coming up with new ideas or new plans or new marketing techniques and mixing and matching things and messing those up or wasting some money on things because you didn't factor in all the things. And if you're quicker at doing that, if you're fast at doing and making all those mistakes, it'll teach you way more. It'll teach you way more a lot faster than you studying more. Definitely study and definitely do research, but being out there and executing is going to teach you a lot more, a lot faster than anything else. And any business owner worth their salt will tell you that. I promise you. Fact check me. Fact check everything I say, but I promise you'll find that that's true from any successful not cleaning business owner in general. Who else is in the chat? Let's see. Clean Tasks 21 says, can you tell me the purpose of paying to go or be in the Chamber of Commerce? For networking, if networking is a strong suit that you have, if you're a people person, if you have a strong networking skills or strong presentation skills, then the Chamber of Commerce is one of those good places where you can start and get people who are in your community also doing business and trying to that are maybe in similar places or have connections that you might need to people in your city related to business. It's a good place to be. You get to network, meet people, find out who's who and who has connections to people that are valuable to you and your business. That's the purpose of it. You could pay to join Chamber of Commerce and end up making a relationship with someone who has connections to several buildings in your area, or several other businesses, or at least knows the contact information for the people in the buildings where they work. It's just it's a networking opportunity, and it's a concentrated niche of networking. It's people who are trying to do business in your area. So it's obviously something that that's good and beneficial if you want to spend the money there, but only if networking or giving presentations is something that's a strong suit of yours. If that's a strength of yours or something that you want to work on, then yeah, that's a good place to get practice. Because yeah, you can meet other people, meet other business owners in your area, give presentations and present and talk about your business and provide value to people. But yeah, it's a great place for that. Let's see. George Bago says, where the fine line between following up too much and just enough. Each time I follow up, I provide something for the prospect to read, like before and after pics and testimonials of related industry. It's a touch and feel thing. It depends on the client type, and it depends on obviously what kind of value you're bringing. If you're bringing valuable information, then people wouldn't mind hearing from you 5 6 times a day. But if what you're if you're just selling and you're just saying, hey, look at me, or buy my stuff, then that's obviously not going to be as successful. So it's a balancing act of being able to read your clients, being able to read rooms. But what you're doing is great. Definitely you want to be providing value. Before and after pics are great. Testimonials are even better. Obviously testimonials that are highlighting the client as the hero, and not your business as the hero, but the client the hero because they decided to use your business, and how find things that might relate to the people you're trying to target. But there is a fine line, but it's not in the quantity. It's not in the amount of times you reach out to them. It's in the amount of value that you're providing to them when you're reaching out. Yo, YouTube is giving me a message here saying that this is Dark Meme's fifth super chat. Man, I I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. That's I can't say thank you enough. I appreciate it, man. The love is so much appreciated, and it is not missed on me. I really 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 appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Student of Review TV, shout out to you, man. Long time member of the channel. Let's see what this question is. We got sub DJ. How often should I check in with current clients to say hi or how are things going? So I like to do it depending on how often the cleanings happen. So if we're in there every day, 7 days a week, then I'm checking in weekly. There's an inspection weekly, and they're getting an inspection report every single week. If they're getting clean once a week, then I'm probably checking in monthly. If they're cleaned every month, then I'm probably checking in every quarter. If we're only there, if it's a one-time job, then I'll just check in after the job. But that's pretty much how I approach it. So I hope that helps. I don't think there's any problem with you doing anything in between those. If something comes up to check in about something specific, or if you notice that they had an event or something's coming up on their calendar, that's fine as well. Lindsay Julian says, your videos and insight are so helpful. Stay blessed, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. So much love to you and yours. I hope everything is well for you. Thank you so much. Christopher McCowan says, where's the best platform to build a website? It's going to be a matter of preference and what you like. Shop around. There's different benefits to different ones. Obviously, your WordPress type sites or platforms are going to be more technical and harder to learn. A higher learning curve, but they're the Ferraris of websites. They're extremely customizable because they're code based. Yes, there are widgets and stuff to make things easier. There's lots of YouTube help, but there's tons of that for all of the platforms. Some of the other platforms are less customizable, but they're a lot easier to use, a lot more intuitive, like Squarespace, Weebly, Wix, those type of things. But yeah, it's a matter of preference. Hop around, look at the features of all of them, see which ones have the features that you need, and decide from there. Pick one. If it's not working, move. Switch. Move quickly. Make decisions fast. Like I said, it's better to get out here, make mistakes, make decisions, do things quickly, so that you can change and get things right. Quicker. Clean Texas, Mississippi says you sound good on my end. Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi, man. I, to be honest, I don't like going to Mississippi. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, born and raised, Ninth Ward, but my family reunion every year is in Mississippi, Tylertown, Mississippi, and I hated going there as a kid. I absolutely hated Mississippi. For the longest time, it was one of the most racist places I had ever been. I really didn't like I used to go to like Biloxi Beach, which is kind of trash. I know there's some better beaches around there. We used to also go to like Destin and stuff, but man, Mississippi was hard on my youth, and so I just don't like to go there. But I get a lot of love from Mississippi, and my family is from Mississippi, so I still got a lot of family and a lot of love out there. There's a lot of love for the people in Mississippi. I love everyone in Mississippi, but I do not like to physically go there myself. So, but yeah, so shout out to everybody in the MI Crooked Letter. Shell says congratulations on being one of the keynote speakers at the CBN conference in Vegas. You deserve it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'll be there. If you guys don't know, I'll be at CBN conference in Vegas in late February, giving my spiel. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to say up there yet. I haven't started working on my speech. But whatever I say, whatever I end up doing is going to be pretty much close to what I always do. Is trying to provide value to the people that are in front of me, and so that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to try to provide as much value even there as I can. And so hopefully that's what I'm able to do with that opportunity, and hopefully I have the opportunity to meet some of you guys, you guys from the Boss Fam. So, see you there if you're gonna be there. Hit me up. We'll hang out. If we're in Vegas, so let's do some Vegas stuff together. Let's see who's next. Janae Johnson says, I definitely want to scale, and thank you so much for taking time out to answer my questions. I haven't had any complaints from my clients. You haven't had any complaints, then keep going. Then you stop complaining. No one's complaining but you. Chill, relax. But I love it. You're in a good spot. Definitely check for those extra things and encourage your employees to go that extra little bit. But put that in your process and procedures if that's something that you want to see consistent results on. But if your clients aren't complaining, then you're good. You're golden. Be satisfied. Leave well enough alone. That's where that saying comes from. Leave well enough alone. It's good enough. Leave it alone. Move on to the next. Go get more. That's why you got the employees, so you had time to go get more, not so you could sit there and micromanage what they're doing. You put them there so that you can have time to go get more clients. Let's see here. Oh, we got a heat warning on the camera, so if I cut out, then that's what happened. The camera cut off. Let's see. Who's next? MP says, how do you find quality cleaners? I train them. I make them. People who want to work, or that's an intuition thing. It's kind of just guessing and feeling those people out during your interview process. But this is cleaning. We want whoever wants to come and try to apply to the job. We're gonna hear you out. We're gonna bring you in for an interview. So, but we'll see very quickly, based on our intuition, who actually seems like they want to work and who's not going to be reliable. And that just comes from doing this a lot. And but in the beginning, you hire fast and you fire even faster. You hire someone and not working out, get them out of there quick and get someone else in there. So, but you train them. You train good people. Once you see that someone's willing to put in effort, you spend a lot of time training them and making sure that they feel like this is a place that that is trying to set them up for success. But you train good cleaners. You don't. Sometimes people come in and they already know how to clean very well, and they have good effort, and those are gold. That's lucky. That's getting lucky. But but plan on creating processes and procedures for your new cleaners, so that it's easy to train them and train them well, so that you get those consistent results. But yeah, look for people with effort and train people who actually want to work. Someone who doesn't want to work and is not going to give any effort is never going to be a good cleaner. You can't fix that. There's no fix for that. Let's see. Where am I? Dark Meme says, "Got to give back for the value you add to the community." I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. People like you are heaven sent. Thank you so much. Dark Meme says, thoughts on Thumbtack for building relationships with clients. I haven't used Thumbtack, to be honest. I know a little bit about it. I think I could be completely wrong, but I assume it's something like like I imagine it's kind of like Home Advisor or Angie's List. Um, I mean, great if you're able to build relationships and you're able to get profitable clients from it, then yeah, by all means. I just make sure that you actually have the relationship with the client. So make sure their relationship isn't with Thumbtack, or they're not just used to going to Thumbtack to find your service, because the second Thumbtack decides to put their own service in front of yours, or in the way of yours, or someone else comes into your space and they get to decide who gets to show up, and then there's that just is not a long term play. But if it works for you for the short term, definitely by all means go for it. Yeah, but it's against my base business principles. Just say not to do. For me, I just don't do things like that. I try to get my own clients and own the relationships and own the way that that they discovered me, so that way I have the most value, and I can receive the biggest amount of gain of profit from it. And that's just how I like to do it. Donnie Brasco says, "Peace, boss family. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you for being here. Shout out for you for always popping up on the lives, leaving good comments on all the videos. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. This is the best cleaning business community on the internet. So shout out to y'all for keeping that this way." Someone said, "Awaken Creator says, it is easy for me to get walkthroughs because of my digital marketing skills. I want to start a new cleaning business in which I will get the contracts and hire cleaners without doing the cleaning." Yeah, I mean, yeah, just start hiring. Yeah, start hiring and training. That's it. We've been talking about hiring and training this entire live. But you set up your training, set up those processes and procedures for people to follow. The smoother you get that, the easier that is to do. You can do that within the business that you have now. If you're making enough money, step out of the cleaning, put someone in that place, create the processes and procedures for people to know so that people know what to do when they come into your business or when they step into your facilities. If they know what to do and you can actually train them on doing it, then there's no reason for you to be doing it, especially if you don't need the money. So definitely hop out. You can do that in your own business now. Just hop out of the cleaning if you can afford to, especially if you're already at a spot where you have like that 3 to 6 months of saving that we talked about in managing your money. If you're already there and you're ready to take a risk, take a risk. Bet it on yourself, man. Bet it on yourself. Hop out of the cleaning. See if you can create enough profit to make back that amount that you need to live and sustain life. Even better if you start off, with a little bit of profit to work with, and then you're just growing that to try to match what your monthly budget is to sustain your life. Wigan Creator says, "Do you think your one-on-one can help me get an idea of how to price the clients and how to deal with the employees?" Yeah, absolutely. We can deep dive on one-on-ones, and it's just you. So that's the benefit of them. We can go into very, very specific things and very, very specific situations and specific things that are specific to your business in your area. So that's the benefit of one-on-one coaching. It's really easy. You get to avoid a lot of the pitfalls of trying and failing, especially if you don't have time to try and fail and you got things going on and kind of starting to get moving. Having someone who's already done it is to be there to actually take a deep look or a close look at specifically you is always beneficial. So if you want to book a one-on-one, the link is in the description. Just click that and schedule a time that works for you, It's linked to my calendar, so you should get a time that that should be open. But if there's any scheduling issues, I'll reach out. But yeah, definitely schedule a one-on-one so we can go into specifically how to help your business. Donnie Brasco says, when do you start thinking about taxes? Do you use CPA or do it yourself? So in the beginning, I did it myself, and I just used this software. There's plenty of softwares out there, and now most banks even have like a expense tracking software on their app. So just use software. But I quickly like used moved to QuickBooks to just track my expenses and track what I was spending and categorize them, so that when taxes came out, I knew how to fill out the forms at least. And QuickBooks really does a lot of help with creating and having you move things from their platform to the forms that you need and to the entities that you need to get them to. They're really good with that. But obviously, it's not going to be as good as if you had someone who knows what they're doing, who actually is an accountant or a bookkeeper, to do that stuff for you. So as soon as I could, I hired a bookkeeper because I knew that that wasn't a strength of mine. Like I said, when I started this business, I didn't even know what a budget was, so I knew financial organization wasn't going to be my strong suit. Accounting wasn't going to be my strong suit. So the second I could afford an accountant, which is not as expensive as you think, you can get part-time help on this, and someone to kind of just check on you once a month for a few $100s a month, maybe 5, 6, 7, maybe $800 a month. Once you have that extra profit, that's how you build your business. So you start allotting some of that profit money to go to people like that, people that don't clean but that also help your business, and that can be done for a lot less than you're probably thinking. It's not a full-time salary for somebody to kind of just help you with the books. Let's see. But yeah, you pretty much have to think about taxes every year. What a lot of people forget is if you make a bunch of money, but you spend it all on all your business expenses, and there's no profit. If you can show there's no profit, then there's nothing to pay taxes on. If you got to make money to pay taxes, so that's that little loophole that people keep seeing, that like they wonder how these big huge companies can have $1 billion in profit and pay $0 in taxes technically, in federal taxes. It's because on paper they don't make any money. They make all this money, but they're spending it on things that you can write off against that profit. So that's why it's important that you track your expenses, and when you're making purchases, you're making business purchases, that you actually have record of that, so that you can prove that, hey, this is a business expense. It brings down your taxable income, and you only pay taxes on the money you make. If you're not making any money, you're not going to pay taxes. But yeah, you start worrying about taxes the second you start making money. So there's your answer. You have to file taxes every year, whether you report no activity or whether you report that you didn't make any money. You're gonna have to file taxes every year that your business is a legal entity. So, and if you're not a legal entity, then the money is just reported on your personal taxes. Let's see. Follow up. I want to help setting all these procedures because I am new to cleaning. I will schedule a one-on-one with you. Do that. Yeah, we'll definitely help you get some systems set up in your business. That's what one-on-ones are for. So, somebody says, looks like, what's a good payment system, from Charlie Matson. What do you mean payments? Payroll system. What's a good payroll system? I use QuickBooks. I've used them pretty much for most of my business's existence. The only other one I've ever used was, I think Square used to have a payroll system. I used theirs for the first couple years, and then I switched over to QuickBooks, and they already had they had accounting software. They had the online has the payroll system integrated with it, so it was just kind of too easy for me to leave. So, but I know there's a few other ones that are out there, so shop around. It may I don't know what the pricing is now. They may not be the best solution for you, but and there may also be cheaper options. But definitely shop around and look at some other payroll systems. But I use QuickBooks Online. It's just what I use. All the money gets spent, and I was nervous about it. I have QuickBooks, so I will deep dive. So yeah, all the money gets spent, but that doesn't mean you Like when I say make sure every dollar has an assignment, some of that assignment is savings. So make sure you are actually saving in your business, because once your personal finances are in check, your business finances need to do the same thing. You need to have 3, 6 to 9 months of of your business expenses. That includes employee payroll. If you have overhead, that includes all those things. That's a lot of money. So this is a long process, unless you have a lot of unless you have a lot of sales, unless you're doing good at sales. So that's the balancing act. But yeah. So let's see what's next. We only got a couple more minutes. Try to get to some of these. Yeah, but yeah, just because all the money gets spent doesn't mean that you should not have any money. That's not what I meant. But yeah, book a one-on-one hopefully, and I'll see you on Thursday. Brian Magana says, I've been in business for 4 years. Would your one-on-one help me get my own clients? I've been working with franchises and they're taking too much money. I talk about that all the time, making it difficult to keep the business going. Yes, that is my main fear with franchises, and even those things like Home Advisor. Like you don't own the relationship with the client. Whoever's providing you those clients and those leads, they own the relationship with the client. You're in a very tough spot, because now they get to charge you whatever they want, and they get to eat up as much of your profit as they can, and just they'll keep you they'll take just enough of your profit to keep you alive as long as possible. But that's it, just alive, not enough to actually grow a business, or not enough to actually have any extra money in your business. You get paid just enough to pretty much do the job, and that little bit on top is like, usually not worth it. So, but yeah, one-on-one we can definitely go on how to create some systems for you to get your own clients, and how to create your own client attractions systems, so that you can have that value, and you're not paying you're paying your own customer acquisition costs. So right now you're paying their customer acquisition costs. Right now, then with a one-on-one, we can find systems that'll create, you can figure out how much it costs you to get your own clients, and have that be your cost, your customer acquisition cost, as opposed to whatever they're charging you. Because yeah, generally it's not enough to keep a business afloat. Let's see. Clean Taxes 21 says, I had a problem with keeping my business from my personal separate. I started out in November on the right foot. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's a lot easier if once you get your license and your EIN number, you get legal. Get your business bank account. Get an actual business bank account, and in your payroll software, if you have to, put yourself on payroll. Don't just take distributions all the time. That's just lazy. You got to organize a little bit. Pay yourself an exact amount, and pay taxes on it. Yes, it sucks. We're taxed at every time we move money. We're taxed, but pay yourself. Make it organized. Put the money that you're going to pay yourself into your personal bank account, and have that be the money that you spend. Only spend money out of your personal bank account when you're doing personal things. Keep that stuff separate. Pay yourself some money, have it be gone, and then understand that business is your business money. But a lot of people, they only have the one account. They only have the business account, or they only have the personal account. You have more than one bank account. It's okay. It's totally fine to have more than one bank account. You need them. Your business is not you. You're separate entities. That's the purpose of getting the LLC. Brian McGann says, I've been in business for 4 years. Oh yeah, I think we already did this one. Am I at the bottom? Yeah, I'm at the bottom. But yeah, all right. Well, if we don't got any more questions, man, I got to go get ready for practice with my boys. We got another tournament coming up, and this was gonna be a lot tougher. So gotta go teach them the full court press. So we run some teams out of the gym, man. But I appreciate you guys for being here. I think this is an extremely valuable live stream. Again, if you're, we talked about money. If you're not making money yet, then start selling. If you need help selling, you don't know what to say over sales calls, and you want to, or maybe you don't want to sell, and you want to create a system, then download the cold call sales system that I have in the link in the description. It's one of the best ways to get started. It's how I built to my first few $100,000, and I've known for several businesses to start their business through this sales system. So, or at least a similar sales system, tried and true. So yes, it takes some effort. Yes, it takes some work, but it's free, and you can build a business with it. So why not? But links in the description. Heavily discounted for probably the next 15 users. So go download that. Let's see. Someone says starting over as we speak, dealing with franchises, won't say their name, but I think when we shut down September, renegotiated a contract to report with them and clients after for a solid end. Yeah. Try to keep those relationships good. There's no need to cuss them out and treat them badly. Stay split amicably, but definitely start trying to attract your own clients and build your own clients. And I can help you do that, via one-on-one. So book a session. I love to help all of you guys. I love talking to you guys and helping you guys and watching everybody grow. It's so cool watching everyone become little mini stars in their own communities and in their own right and having success. It's so awesome. I've seen people go from doing consultations to now they're on stages with me and things like that. So it's really really cool. It's really really cool. So I like it. I love it. And I wish everyone success. I want to see everyone being successful. I want to see everyone who's been a part of this community at the next level and being revered in this industry. And so yeah, that's the goal. I want to lift everyone up. Drastically increasing every single year at the highest made 368 22 killed a billing mistake, ended up disrupting little guy when coming to QB cleaning. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Yeah, we had definitely had some things like that. Definitely had some tough things, and I talk about them on the channel. Having really big deals go really really bad, and bad relationships with bad people. Yeah, it happens. It's a part of business. You take those things on the chin, you learn, and you adjust your processes and procedures to hopefully avoid those things in the future. But yeah, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Clean and Boss Family. We are live. We live stream every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I love y'all, man. Like this video. Like this video so that other people see it. I can't wait to chat with any of you one-on-one. I hope all of you get the sales system download and start getting some money in your system and start getting that off your hands so that it comes in automatically and you just show up to these walkthroughs. Download that. And yeah, man, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for being the realest cleaning business community on YouTube. I love